Haas team boss Günther Steiner isn't excluding the possibility of the US outfit relying on a paid driver for 2021. Welcome along everyone to another episode of Formula News, and first up on today's episode, Haas 2021 lineup may include a paid driver. Like its decision to hold fire on its upgrades this summer until it gets clarity on its 2020 budget, Haas isn't yet devising any plans related to its driver lineup for next season. Both Romain Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen were chosen on their merit by Haas, but as one of F1's smallest teams in terms of its budget, and given the current economic downturn suffered by the sport, taking in some extra dollars from a driver sponsor or benefactor could prove compelling for Haas. Yet, Steiner insists the matter isn't on team owner Gene Haas's agenda for now. Haas will also not face a big disadvantage by missing a shakedown prior to the delayed Formula 1 season opener in Austria next month, reckons Günther Steiner. With the COVID-19 pandemic forcing the opening 10 races of the year to be called off, F1 will get a revised 2020 schedule underway with 2 races at the Red Bull Ring on 5th of July and 12th July. It will mark the first official F1 running since the end of preseason running at the end of February, but a number of teams have opted to hold private tests in the lead up to the first race. Haas F1 chief Steiner confirmed the team will not be conducting any running prior to the season starting, saying it did not have the capacity to do so. Asked by Autosport if not being able to practice these new protocols would leave Haas on the back foot, Steiner said he was confident the team could manage. Next up, Lewis Hamilton attends Black Lives Matter protest. Since George Floyd's death last month, Formula 1 world champion Lewis Hamilton has been one of the sport's most outspoken athletes in showing his support for the Black Lives Matter movement. On Sunday, he joined a Black Lives Matter protest in London, posting a picture on Instagram of himself on the march. Wearing a t-shirt with the words "Black is a wife" and a yellow face covering, the photo showed Hamilton holding up a Black Lives Matter banner. The 6-time world champion also announced on Sunday that he plans to set up a commission in his name to increase diversity in motorsport. Together with the Royal Academy of Engineering, the Hamilton Commission will hope to make real, tangible and measurable changes. Lewis Hamilton has been handed a boost in his quest to see F1 become more reflective of society's diversity, with Chiefs launching the We Race as One initiative ahead of the season opening Austrian Grand Prix. Chase Carey and co. have made the move in support of the purpose-driven movement announced by the FIA last week. Next up, Racing Point comes with only one update for the car in all of 2020. According to many, Racing Point will come to the start of the Formula 1 season with a copy of the 2019 Mercedes, but the competitors don't have to worry about it at all in 2020 as further updates don't seem to follow. Technical Director Andrew Green explained how the disruption to the start of the season has affected the team's development plans. Green said the team still intends to bring the original development package for the RP20, which would have coincided with the start of the European season on the original calendar. However, the changes to the floor regulations for next season have led Racing Point to reconsider its priorities. With that update out of the way, it's time for Racing Point to work towards 2021, where most parts have to remain the same. The whole floor of the F1 car will have to change in 2021 to make sure Pirelli's tires can still handle it. That still takes a lot of time at Racing Point. And lastly, Ferrari to hold private test at Mugello. Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc will have the chance to shake off the rust ahead of the delayed start of the 2020 F1 campaign when Ferrari holds a private test at Mugello on Tuesday. Ferrari will run its 2018 Formula 1 car at the prospective Grand Prix venue Mugello on Tuesday, with both Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel running. Several Formula 1 teams have already carried out on-track action as part of the build-up to the opening season Austrian Grand Prix next weekend. Formula 1 teams are allocated 2 days of running in current year cars, in which on-track activity is limited to 100 kilometers, but are also permitted to field 2-year-old cars with fewer restrictions. Due to restrictions on testing of current machinery, Ferrari will have to run their 2018 car on Pirelli Academy tires and with no restrictions on mileage at the Italian track. It will come after Leclerc took their 2020 challenger, the SF1000, for a spin around the streets surrounding Ferrari's famous base Maranello last week, 3.5 months since that car ran on the final day of preseason testing at Barcelona. And that's been today's video. If you don't want to miss out on any Formula 1 news, then please hit that like and subscribe button for more top-notch F1 reports and insights. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you have an awesome day, until next time, goodbye.